One thing I noticed about the work you have here is this hatred of your childhood past. This sort of being stuck in a town you hate and can't stand and can't, count the days to get out because the people and the place is ignorant and immature and stupid and not like you.
That's true. I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, I have real issues with my past. I grew up in the 60s and the 70s in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the only role for a boy in that environment was to be an athlete. You either played ball or you were a loser. My old man was a huge athlete, big coach. That's all he ever thought about. That's all he ever wanted to be. He's not interested in art at all. So yeah, that anger is energy for me. It's still there. I'm old enough now that I've learned to forgive, but it's still there, and it fuels me. Yeah.
Did you get the idea back then that somehow you were not wanted or not part of the community because you were more artistic than, say, sports?
Yeah, I did feel like an outsider. I tried real hard to be an athlete in sports. So I was about 11 years old, and I realized it wasn't for me. And yeah, I was an outsider. I was a very self-pitying outsider. And I cracked in mind, and I set my sights on something bigger. I set my sights on something outside of the South because I knew I couldn't be the artist I wanted to be outside of the South. And I had to kind of figure that out as I went along. And MTSU was real important for me because that's where I met some urban sophisticates from Nashville, Tennessee. They told me about the big wide world. They told me about New York City. They taught me about jazz records and existentialism and all that cool stuff. And I very much. A lot of my work is reacting to my past, and it's about my escape from the South. But at the same time, I'm a Southerner. There's no escaping it.
Hey.
For worse.
Hey.
And I still do love the South.
Hey.
But, like anybody with a thought in their head, I have issues with it. Us Southerners, we produce some of the greatest art of the last few centuries. So I'm very good company, and I'm not going to say it, so I'm just going to work with what I got. I'm going to right around.
That's right.